a little different. I had to write things down because it's a very emotional year for me. Every year we do this event, it carries meaning, but for me it carries memory. 5 years ago on this morning on June 4th, many of us stood right here at our first Pride raising. And at the time, none of us really understood or fully understood what we were witnessing or how it would help change the course of our city. That morning in the back, Jerry Dyer joined us. Very uncerebratory, just kind of in the back. And he listened. He listened to students, and he listened to faculty and staff and faith leaders and community members and LGBTQ individuals share their deeply personal stories about belonging, rejection, hope, and dignity. And I shared my part of my story, and others shared theirs. In a moment that was kind of scary, because it was the first, and it wasn't really welcomed with open arms. Some of you may remember at that time our city was in a bit of a controversial state. A student from Kingsburg was trying to raise the flag in Kingsburg. And it was her story that helped then board member Annalisa Perea decide to take forward a resolution that would allow us to raise the flag. So I want to give Annalisa Perea special props for standing up for our students and dignity. So as we raised that flag in the midst of uncertainty, knowing that our own city was saying, no, we're not going to raise the flag. Hours later, Mayor Dyer changed his mind. And he stood before the community and announced that he changed his position and that he would support raising the Pride flag at Fresno City Hall. 1 week later, for the first time in our city's history, the Pride flag flew over the city of Fresno. That moment mattered, ladies and gentlemen. Not simply because a flag was raised, it mattered because a heart was opened. People listened to one another. And it mattered because education did what education's supposed to do. Education is simply not just transferring information or getting people to go through courses to award degrees. At its best, education expands understanding of one another. It challenges assumptions. It helps us see one another fully. It creates opportunities for dialogue and empathy and growth. It allows the divine self to be seen by others. The events of June 2021 reminds us that stories have power. Stories can change minds, can change hearts, and it can change history. In a time where our nation and our country may feel really divided too, when people retreat in their cyber silos of echo chambers of same thought and talk past one another and maybe even yell at one another, that lesson feels really important today. Because change and hope is built through an agreement, not on everything, but on an agreement that we're all human and that we're all divinely inspired and we all have a right to love and dignity. Hope is built when people are willing to listen. Hope is built when we choose understanding over fear. Hope and change occurs when we recognize that humanity in you and divinity in you is also in me, right? And that's why I remain hopeful. If change could happen then, when we weren't sure what was going to happen, it can happen now. If bridges could be built then, bridges can be built now. If people could find courage to listen and to learn and to grow then, we can do it again. So I'm going to get a little, this is my last one as chancellors, and so I'm getting ready to retire, so I've been getting a little more Sunday school on you, so I know you're not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, because it's a history book. In Galatians 6:9, it says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." There are moments when progress feels slow, when kindness feels insufficient, and when it seems easier to become hateful than hopeful. There are moments when you feel wounded and you feel misunderstood or you feel defeated. Moments when retaliation may seem easier than reconciliation. Yet we are called, ladies and gentlemen, we are called to a different path. We must choose peace over bitterness. And we can choose understanding over division. We can choose grace over resentment and love over hate. I continue to believe that the hearts can be changed and communities can grow stronger together. I hope you do too. So do you?
Yes.
Can I hear you?
Yes.
Oh, you got to be louder than that. Do I hear you?
Yes.
That's what I want to hear. Thank you. Today reminds us that change is possible. Today reminds us that visibility matters, that you matter, that being kind matters. And today, every one of us has the ability to create a community where people feel seen, feel valued, and feel loved. So as we raise this flag today, may it continue to be a symbol of hope and love. May it remind us to lead with courage. May it challenge us to serve with compassion. And may it call each other, each one of us, into kindness, especially when it would be easier not to. Let us continue to build a college, a district, and a city where every person knows they belong. Fresno, wouldn't it be great if we were known to be a place where people listen and people learn? Let's strive to be that place where people lead with love, because we do listen, we do learn, and we do see you. So once again, thank you all. Happy Pride, and let's continue working on a community where every person sees value, seen, and loved. And as I like to end a lot of things, and I especially do so now, I may not know you individually, but the fact that you're here, I love you. Thank you for being you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Goldsmith. And to kind of add